Hey, thanks for tuning in to this video for my investing series. This video specifically goes out to all my young, gifted, and Black children across America and the diaspora who are looking to become the first in their family to make 6, 7, or 8 figures. You may have been watching TV shows like Watchmen or Lovecraft Country that's begun to give you a brief introduction on what was called Black Wall Street. If this is the first time you're hearing about Black Wall Street, please drop everything, sit down, and listen to this entire video. There's so many lessons to learn about this place that still exists, but doesn't look anywhere the same as it did over 100 years ago. The most important lesson that you're gonna pull from this video is not how to get rich. That's not the main goal. The main goal is to learn how to build prosperity that you can pass on from generation to generation. Not just you, but the people who come after you, your children that you might have, or your family that you'll leave behind. You can go to my blog to read more in depth about what Black Wall Street was, where it is, and why it is important to learn about it. But for today's video, I'm going to pull out the 4 main lessons that you should learn from Black Wall Street in order to start your journey on building wealth, even as a young person. Lesson number 1, get a side job. Greenwood, a neighborhood in Tulsa, Oklahoma, also known as Black Wall Street, was known for having a lot of Black entrepreneurs who were very wealthy. But what's more important is that Black Wall Street was a perfect example of a concept called group economics. The founder of Greenwood, O.W. Gurley, made it possible for almost everybody in his neighborhood to access a bank loan if they wanted to start a business in the neighborhood. Of course, this was money that you would have to pay back. So if you took out a loan, you had to also have a good plan for how to make money back from your business. I don't know how old you are watching this video, but the good news is that you do not need to wait until you're an adult to start doing this. You can become the person in your group who lends money to others by first getting yourself a part-time job. In some cities and states in America, the average age when you can start doing this is around 14 and 16. So one option is finding a job to work anywhere, whether it be McDonald's, a summer camp, or the mall, and start putting your money aside for the goals that you have. You should watch the previous video that I uploaded before this one about how to set up goals for your savings, whether it is to start a business or to create a side hustle with some of the money you've earned through part-time work. Click on the eye that's popping up at the top of the screen right now if you want to quickly watch that video. Lesson number 2, open a bank account. As you're putting your money aside from your part-time job, make sure you ask your parents to also set up both a checking and a savings account. Unfortunately, that's the part that you can't do by yourself until you're an adult. Once you do have your parents' permission and open that bank account, make sure that your job automatically sends your paycheck or the money that you earn from work directly to your bank account using something called direct deposit or ACH deposit. Now, once you have your money in your bank account, with the advice of an adult that you trust, you can connect with your friends to start your own savings group, where each of you can lend money to one another at a specific time and for specific goals. Word of advice, I would probably wait to do this once you're 18 years old so that you can use time before then to keep saving up the money that you need to enter into the saving group by the time you're 18. Go to my full blog post to get suggestions on apps that you can use on your phone to hold yourself and your friends accountable for paying each other back for any money that's borrowed in this savings group. When you're borrowing money from each other in this savings group, please make sure that you have A, a clear goal of how you're planning to use the money, and B, a clear goal of how your business idea or plan will help you earn more money than the amount that you borrowed so that you still have some left over for yourself as a profit. This is why I said that you should watch the previous video that I made, but I'm also going to make sure I create another video on how to create a smart money-making business plan. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you don't miss an alert once that video is up. Lesson number 3, learn a money-making skill or trade. In Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, aka Black Wall Street, children your age were learning skills at school that frankly we're just not teaching you in your classrooms today. In high school, Black Wall Street teenagers had classes like bookkeeping and learning what we call trades, which are jobs that have specific skills like mechanics, hairdressing, or becoming a chef. They took classes like this in school while also learning the business aspect by either watching people in their neighborhood or through classes in school like economics. Now, whether or not you want to be a plumber for the rest of your life, learning a trade and doing it very, very well over time will earn you the reputation that you need to eventually start something like a plumbing business, for example. Then you can hire someone else or a couple of other people to do the work for you on behalf of the customers that you've helped in the past, and then start building wealth that you want for yourself and for your family through this business. Think about the skills that come naturally to you, or things that you are interested in learning more about, and then start taking classes on these things either at school or by asking someone in your neighborhood who's willing to teach you some of the ropes while you visit their shop or their store. But most importantly, don't forget to learn the business side of things, asking how they manage their money and how they make sure that they're earning more money than they're spending on their business every day, every week, every month, and every year. Which brings me to our last lesson from Black Wall Street: diversification and compound interest. We in America live in a country with a history of racism and violence. Black Wall Street was burned down because of this history. TLDR, all the businesses that Black people took 20 years to build, that was worth over $50 million today, was burned down to the ground. John W. Rogers Jr. is the great-grandson of one of the richest men who lived in Black Wall Street, J.B. Stratford. He said in an interview about 4 months ago, from the time of this video, that if more people like his great-grandfather took their money and put it into different types of investments, they would have made a lot more money from the money that they were earning through their businesses that were based specifically in Tulsa. At that time, when Black Wall Street existed, the only way to really diversify and build interest on your money was by buying government bonds or by investing in real estate or starting a new business. From my research, it seems like Black people were only allowed to purchase stocks in the stock market in America around 1949, when the first Black salesperson for the stock exchange was hired. But I'm still fact-checking this, so please feel free to send me any research that you find in the comments below. Today, luckily, you have way more options for how to diversify where you're making your money from and how to earn money off of the funds you've already built through your business through something called compound interest. A great way to do this is by investing in both corporate and government bonds, and also, of course, putting your money into the stock market. Lessons that I have and will continue to go over in videos that are part of this investing series. So, for more advice, make sure to like this video and then hit the subscribe button on this channel, and then don't forget to also click the notification bell so that you receive alerts for when you can watch videos for free and help you to start getting real about your journey to financial stability.